All right. What else do we talk about? I'm trying to pour a drink. Like comptroll for a change.
Can we talk about? Let's see what we got here. I want to talk a moment about Dan Harmon is a writer.
Thank you.
He's a writer, and yet most of my writer friends are completely incapable of telling an actual joke.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Dan can't tell a joke. You would think that that's an easy thing. Because like a joke is simply a quick 3-act play. A guy goes into a bar, the guy says this, and the punchline is it's a boom, 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 3-act play.
I'm a terrible joke teller.
You're the worst at it, and we tried to coach you on telling a joke.
To the point where I swear to God, I've tried to tell the same joke 1,000 times, and I still can't tell it.
Because you get caught up in the is it stage fright, or is it the idea?
I don't know what it is. It's I don't know what it is.
Try to tell the welder's mask joke, because there's a joke.
All right. Okay.
Do you remember the joke?
Yeah. Of course.
And don't intentionally.
No. I'm not going to fuck it up on purpose. I swear to God, I'm going to try to tell.
I think this, and I'm not trying to to tee this too high. I think the welder's mask joke is the finest joke ever written. And it's you have to finesse it. It has to be just right. So here's Dan Harmon trying to tell.
Okay, all right.
The welder's mask joke.
So there's this 8-year-old kid, and he's walking on the side of a road, and he finds a welder's mask. So he puts it on his head, and he flips it down, and he flips it back up, and he flips it down. He's like, it's a welder's mask. It's fun to have one on. And he's walking down the road, and a pickup truck rolls up alongside him on the road. And the driver says, "Hey kid, do you want a ride from me?" And the kid goes, "Yeah, fine." And he gets in the truck, and he's driving with the guy, and the kid flips the welder's mask down. Flips it back up. He's playing with it. It's fun to have a welder's mask as a kid. It's more fun for them than it is for a welder. It's for certain. For a welder, it's just vocational banality. Like, it's something you do to protect your eyes. For a kid, it's like exciting. He feels like Darth Vader. So he's just playing with it, and the guy driving the pickup is driving the kid along, and he goes like, "Hey kid, have you ever heard of massage?" And the kid flips the welder's mask up and goes like, "No." Flips it back down. Guy drives a little longer and goes, "Hey kid, have you ever heard of fellatio?" Kid flips the welding mask back up. Huh? No. Flips it back down. Driving for a little while longer. Long pause. Twice as long as the last two, because here it comes. Guy says, "Hey kid, do you know what a pedophile is?" And the kid flips up his mask in exasperation and goes, "Look, I got to tell you, I'm not a real welder." Jeff's giving it up. See, I can't tell that joke right, apparently.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If you tell that joke right, these people erupt into applause. First of all, the kid puts the welder's mask on, he gets in the car, and the guy says, "Do you know what fellatio is?" The kid says no. "Do you know what sodomy is?" The kid says no. "Do you know what a pedophile is?" And the kid says, "Look, mister, I got to be honest with you. I'm not really a welder."
Funnier? I don't know. Yeah. More concise. I can't tell jokes. You're right.
Do you have another joke?
Yeah. The other one I can't. I've never been able to tell correctly is the duck one. Why am I identifying it with you? I'll try to tell it. Okay. So and I'm covering my eyes. I'm trying to.
Before you tell us, what do you think your problem is with telling jokes?
It's because I'm trying to put myself in the play. I'm trying to describe to the audience like a situation that's happening, and it's important to be there at the. I don't know, but I think it's because jokes are purely semantic. Like there's a semantic like cadence. It's like that has so it's like punnery. It's like it's a deception because it really has nothing to do with the actual scene that's happening. and yet it seems like it is. It seems like a guy's walking into a bar. You need to picture the guy walking into the bar. I always picture the guy walking into the bar. I'm trying to make my bad joke telling sound like it's part of a huge gift. I'm just bad at telling jokes. I'm just trying to describe like what happens in my brain. Like I try to tell the joke, and I remember the joke because I remember what happened to who, and then then I go there, and then I don't say the right combination of words right. Because like the kid's supposed to say the certain combination of words is supposed to land that joke of this Jeffrey Ross fucking tough crowd with Colin Quinn way. Those guys know how to do it, and I can't. I'm stuck in the moment. Like the kids get in the truck, and he could get raped if he's not careful.
I think when you're telling a joke that you feel the silence that you're hearing. When people are listening to the joke as some sort of indictment, that
no, it's not that. I swear to God, it's not that.
All right, so let's hear the
duck. All right, the duck one. Like really, just fire off from the fucking hip. A guy walks into a whorehouse, okay, and he says, "What do you got for me? I want to have a whore encounter," and I'm not looking at you guys. Just stop. Stop engaging me. I'm just going to barrel through this. So the whore master, whatever you call them. All right, so it's already falling apart. Like the whatever you call him, the madam, the clerk, the whore clerk says, look, it's like we're all out of whores right now. Like they're all busy.
We're fresh out of whores.
So we are. They're busy. They're busy whoring. Like it's like. No. I'm sorry. Okay, so she goes. He goes like, we're out of. Look, the whores are busy, and also like the ones that we have, they're too expensive, and for you, just judging from your clothing, and the guy goes, all I have is forget all that happened. Just understand that a guy walked into a whorehouse, and then the whore person said, like, "What do you want?" And then this guy said, "I have a $1." Okay, that's what he had. And this is a time when $1. This is a different time.
Can I have a cigarette?
This is a different time in America. You know, like there was a reasonable expectation for $1 at a whorehouse. So he goes, "I have $1. And the whore master says, well, we don't have any whores for $1 here. Times are changing. There's telegraphs going up. This is, I don't know what you came in here expecting, but
this would be like the mid 1800s.
I'll tell you, you certainly can't have a human whore for $1. What you can have is this duck, and he pulls a duck out, like from underneath the counter, the whore counter, and says, "Here, you can have a duck for $1. You can have this duck." And the guy's like, I came all the way into town. I certainly not going to go back. I've gotten all psyched up for...
I've been talking to this guy for 45 minutes.
So he gives the guy the $1. He takes the duck upstairs. He goes upstairs. He actually has a great time with the duck. They have vaginas. I don't know why he has a great time. It doesn't matter. What, Aaron? What? Why is what's the...
Dan, you're doing great, honey.
I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm telling you the joke is fat.
I know the beauty is
he has a good time with it. I'm going to speed through the rest of it.
It's amazing is that you're not fucking around right now.
He has a good time.
This is how he tells jokes for real.
He has a great time with the duck. He comes down and he gives the duck back and he says,
"The joke is halfway over."
I had a guy. I had a great time with this duck. Thank you, and he just leaves. It doesn't matter. So he comes back the next day. And he says, "Listen, I brought another $1. Can I have the duck again?" And the whore tender puts the duck on the counter and says, "Here's the duck."
Does the whore tender work beneath or above the whore master? It goes whore master, whore tender.
Well, he was doing whore back. It's
whore back, right?
It's like you can't order from the whore tender if he's right. Whore backing.
Right. He was in the weeds.
He's cleaning ducks out.
Right.
He puts a duck in the. I already fucked it up. I know this.
Yeah, you're perfect.
It's like the Black Stallion, like Aaron calling out, "You're perfect." I'm going to tell the joke right. He puts the duck on the counter oh god damn it, I fucked it up. Okay,
Don't say.
Right. Can you just rewind one day? Just rewind one day in the story. The guy. So what already happened is the first transaction where the guy got the duck and he had the time of his life. Okay, I'm sorry about this. So the guy comes back in. And he comes in and he goes, I'll take the duck, okay? And the guy puts the duck on the counter and he takes the duck. He goes upstairs. Again, has the time of his life. Comes back down, puts the duck on the counter. The whore master says, that'll be $5. And the guy says, yesterday it was $1. And the whore master says, that duck had AIDS. Which doesn't say, it doesn't seem like a funny joke to me either, but when I heard it told, everyone laughed. And I've been trying to tell it.
You know why? Because their joke came in under 10 fucking minutes.
Right, let me try one more. I swear to God I can tell this one right. Just one more. I swear to God, I will not.
By the way, we serve breakfast, everybody.
It's like 3 minutes. I'll be through this one. Like not even. I swear to God. Okay, 75-year-old man's walking down a sidewalk. He walks past a frog. The frog looks up at him and says, "Hey, I'm a magical frog. If you kiss me, I'll turn into a beautiful princess and I'll have sex with you for the rest of your life and mine, probably."
Stay on target. Stay on target.
And the old man says, "What did you say?" Because of the rule of threes.
Oh, you fucked it. You had it.
No.
You fucking had it.
Yeah, no, they're savvy. They know. He just has to repeat it. Like he says, "What did you say?" And the frog says, "I said I'm a magical frog. If you pick me up and kiss me, I'll turn into a beautiful princess, and I'll have sex with you for the rest of your life." The old man picks up the frog, puts it in his pocket, starts walking down the sidewalk, walks for a block. The frog calls out from his pocket, "Hey, what are you doing?" "I said I'm a magic frog, and if you pick me up and kiss me, I'll turn into a beautiful princess and have sex with you for the rest of your life." The old man looks down at his pocket and says, "I'm 75 years old. I think it's cooler to have a talking frog." The Joke Master. Next stop.
I want to. Speaking of things that I'm bad at, I want to do an experiment tonight. That
rapping?
No. Is there anybody? And this is just the first. I'll explain in total what it is I want to do. And when people come up at Harmontown, we're not setting you up to fail. We don't bully you, but. Someone who has like a decent kind of street joke, there was a guy and he went into a bar and then the duck had AIDS, that whole thing.
A joke.
Yeah, like a joke that you've heard that you like, that you feel pretty facile telling. And I want someone to come up, tell the joke, and that's chapter one. And then we're going to give it some time. I want to give it, because I want to create like a buffer there.
Right.
I'll listen to the joke. I want to, and then later at some point in the show, I'm going to try to tell the joke as hard as I can.
Which historically you're terrible.
I'm the worst joke teller
in the world. It's amazing
that
not just you, but Dino Stamatopoulos, Jay Johnson, like funny people, funny writers that I know cannot tell a joke. They can't tell a joke. Right?
I get caught up in the details, and I
think when you tell a joke, it's you feel like the audience has been left behind, or that there's flaws in the joke structure and that need to be to be spackled, and so you end up just completely destroying what could really be a 4-line joke, and you make it a giant monologue of sadness.
Yeah. But it's not going to happen tonight. I'm going to try, because the fun of it is I'm going to try as hard as I can to not do that. But so the first step is first we have to do it earlier in the show, because then later I'll try to retell the joke.
Does anybody feel like
anybody
want to
volunteer to be the control group?
Do you want like a story joke, like not like a 3-liner, not like a guy goes in the bar, guy says this, the guy says blah?
Yeah.
You want
kind of a story.
Like
three things happen, and then you come on up, sir.
Yeah. What's your name, sir? Justin.
Justin's coming to the stage. Let's support him. I love him.
Justin, everybody. All right, Justin, I'm Jeff. Nice to meet you, man. Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Binghamton, New York, but now I live in Pittsburgh.
Yeah? You enjoy it here?
I love it. I moved here with my wife, and she's from here, so from the north side.
What do you do?
Actually, I own an improv comedy theater in Pittsburgh.
All right, so this should be a pretty easy.
Yeah, we have a ringer.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. That's
I
exactly
felt
what I
like
want.
when you started describing what you wanted to do, I was like, I know exactly which one I want to tell, which is...
Now, do you know a lot of jokes?
I know a lot, but this is my grandmother's favorite one I've ever done.
Okay, good. Grandma's favorite. Fantastic.
Yeah. It's because I think it's in part because I have to do it with an bad Irish accent. So.
I love it.
Okay. So I'm opening my buffers, and I'm going to receive this, and I will tell this joke later.
Okay.
And I will be carried out on your shoulders.
All right. Okay. Sorry.
So far.
I blinked for a second. I all of a sudden realized all these people are looking at me. Okay. So there's a guy in a pub, right? And it's closing time.
Dan, don't make a drink. He's telling a joke.
I'm listening.
Okay. All right. Sorry.
So there's a guy in a pub, right? And it's the closing time, and the bartender comes over and what do they call? They don't call it a bartender. What do they call it? I can't remember.
The publican?
Right. So the Republican comes over and says...
not a Republican, a publican. The guy who runs a pub.
It's a public house, but there's a name. I can't remember.
A bartender?
There's another name for it. It's like what is it
A
called?
public house?
The what?
A waiter.
There's another name. I can't remember. It's like the landlord, I guess they say. That's what they say.
Is your grandma here?
No. She's no longer with us.
Do you want a drink, Justin? Do you want a vodka on the rocks? I put it this way.
Okay.
Jeff was an asshole about me doing it.
No, I wanted you to listen.
Very nice.
I'm listening.
Wow.
I'm listening, and by the way, so far this is not going as planned. That's fine. That's fine. That is also fine. What I have done is I've brought another Dan Harmon up on stage.
Pretty much.
But that's fine. This could be.
You talk about it all the time. Actually, in college, my nickname was Tangent Boy. So.
Okay, so take us.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, let's start from the beginning. So there's a guy in a pub, right? And it's closing time, and the bartender comes over and says, "I'm sorry, you got to go. And the guy says, "All right, I'll go." And he gets off the bar stool and he falls flat on his face, right? And the bartender says, "Oh, can I help you? No, I'll be fine. If I just get outside, I'll be fine." So he crawls outside, and he gets up, and he falls flat on his face, right? And everybody says, "Oh, can we help you? I'll be fine. If I just get to me flat, I'll be fine." So he crawls to his flat. It's only a couple of doors down, Crawls to his flat, stands up, falls flat on his face, right? When he opens the door, and he falls flat on his face. And he says, "If I just get to me bed," he said to himself, "if I just get to me bed, I'll be fine." So he crawls over to the bed. He stands up, falls flat on his face, falls right to sleep. Next morning, his wife wakes him up. "Come on, fucker, wake up. And she says, "Well, I see you went to the pub last night." He says, "Well, I had a few drinks, but how did you know I went to the pub last night?" "You left your wheelchair there again."
All right. Okay, good. Justin, that's the control group for that.
That's the control. Very nice.
Thank you, Justin.
Love it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, although now I hate you because you said it, but I wanted to be gracious and say, do you want to plug your improv
I
troupe?
would like to. It's Steel City Improv Theater, steelcityimprov.com. And actually, this month we just moved to Shadyside, so we have an awesome bigger theater. So come on by and check it out. We have classes, fun stuff. Okay, cool.
Thank you, Justin.
Justin, good luck on that, man.
All right, so just hit me later, like 10 minutes later.
Okay.
Tell that joke.
Let's
I
move
think
on.
I can nail that one. I think I'll my new goal is. Okay,
I'm almost certain that you will not nail that joke.
No, I will. I know.
What you're going to do, because there are details, there's beats to that, and you're going to first of all, timing will go out the window. Timing will be the first casualty, and then you're going to add. I'll withhold my predictions. I'm going to say a couple other beats are added into it that are extraneous.
All right, so I want to tell you a joke, Jeff.
Okay.
And I have to use an Irish accent to do it. So it seems there was this man in a pub, sitting and drinking the night away. And at one point, he gets up and he falls flat on his face. Everyone goes, oh, bagosh, Gura. Are you all right? Can we get you assistance beyond us saying, are you all right? He says, I'll be fine. He gets up. He walks to the door. He opens the door, his legs give out, and he just falls down again. Oh, we asked you the first time. I mean, how many times is this going to happen? Probably 3. I bet 3. He says, I'll be fine. He gets up again. I just need to get home. He's walking. Oh shit, he's crawling, isn't he? That's a crawl. He can't walk, can he? I can pull this through. He gets up, he walks home, he gets to his porch, falls down again, flat on his face. His neighbor is cooling a pie in the window, so he sees it, says, are you okay, Seamus? I'll be fine, Rick. I just got to get to my bed. Goes upstairs, goes to bed, falls asleep. Wakes up the next morning. His wife says, you've been out drinking again, haven't you? Well, how do you know that, Natalie? She says, because you're normally in a wheelchair, which you left at the bar, and you're so drunk you were able to walk. Which is physically inspiring, but spiritually and psychologically troubling. Because you have to get pretty darn drunk to mitigate the effects of a neurological condition. The reason you can't walk is not psychological. It's not a Disney movie. It's not Downton Abbey. This is a real thing. It won't heal. The doctor showed us. You were injured in an NRA explosion. Shrapnel cleaved your spinal cord. It's physical. I can show you the x-ray. She got it out of the drawer. Says, look, there's a disconnection between the brain that makes things happen and the limbs that enact the desires. There's no way for it to get through. You got so drunk, your thoughts leapt across your spine and landed in the right place like a Tron cycle. And raced to your drunken feet, and you propelled yourself, though not 100% effectively, but still astonishingly so, until you got home and passed out. Now try to walk again, and he does, and he can't. He's like, I can't even move me legs. I'm crippled. And she says, you mean physically challenged? And he says, what are you, the word police? And she says, well, someone has to be. A filthy-mouthed old cow. She made him some tea, and he apologized, but at this point it's a cycle. I don't know, that didn't turn out as planned, did it?
Is it true that Dan Quayle once tried to spray graffiti on a chain link fence? Is that true?
Yes. It was a chain link fence he erected with his own hammer and nails, and I saw him throwing several of the nails away and kept looking at them. And I said, "Why are you throwing some of the nails away?" And he said, "The point is facing the wrong side."
Yeah, the head's on the wrong side.
Please cross-reference the earlier Harmontown where Dan can't tell a joke.
I don't know how to tell a joke.
Is that right?
Have you heard the one where Dan tries to tell the duck joke?
I can't tell jokes either. I can't do street jokes. What's the duck joke?
Oh, I'll tell you. There's a guy walks. Okay.
Dan Harmon can't tell jokes.
I have the same problem.
All right, there's a guy that walks.
Okay, Dan, before you start, hang on. I'm not trying to ice you like a field goal kicker right now. Kumail, for you, and for those of you that are coming in late to this party, I want you to. You've told this joke a bunch of times. I want you to, non-ironically, tell it as straight and as simple.
I'm going to.
Yeah. Okay.
Do a joke.
Just
tell us the joke.
Yeah. Just take it right across the goal line.
Yeah.
Dan Harmon now presents the duck joke.
Okay, so this guy goes into a whorehouse, and he goes to the matron of the, and he wants a whore for money, and he says, I only have $1. But is that enough and for a horror? And God damn it, fucking you're distracting me with your.
We'll be right back for more. Dan Harmon tells the duck joke.
There's
He
details.
goes and she goes. The person says the owner of the whorehouse says the
matron.
The matron says for $1 you get a duck. You get this duck. Okay, that's all you get. And he goes, okay, and he takes it upstairs, and he comes back down later, and with the duck, and he gives the duck back, and he says, I had a wonderful time. That was great duck. That was a great duck sex session. And he leaves, and he may mutter something about, man, I got to come back, because then he does the next day. It doesn't matter that he said, but
There's
he comes.
so much unnecessary detail.
I know, but he does. He comes
And now, the shocking conclusion. Dan Harmon tells the duck joke.
So he comes back. He comes back the next day, and he's got his $1. He's all excited. He's like yeah. I didn't even bother to bring more because
fuck that duck.
Oh no! Wait. And then so he put.
When I say conclusion, I mean the conclusion.
And he goes like, I'll have the duck, please. And she gives him the duck. And he didn't. I fucked one thing up. He didn't give her $1 yet. He just came.
He just did that.
He just came bounding in and said like, I'll have the duck, please. And the matron gives him the duck. He goes upstairs. He comes back down. She says, that'll be $7. And he goes, $7? It only cost $1 yesterday. And the prostitute matron says, yesterday's duck. Fuck! God damn it!
It feels.
Wait! Shit! Wait! Fuck! Hold on!
This is excruciating.
It feels like you're coming up with the joke as you're telling it, and also learning the English language.
He comes down, he gives back the duck, and she says, that'll be $7. And he says, this duck. He says, this.
This guy writes TV comedy for a living.
He said, okay, I figured out how to word it. He says,
okay.
He hands the duck back, and he says, here's the duck back. And
Wait,
she
why
says,
did he give the duck back? Because this is the next
Camille,
day.
Camille.
He doesn't have the duck yet.
what do you mean? He took it upstairs. He had sex with it.
The second day?
Yeah.
He paid $7. He paid the $7.
No, he didn't pay the $7. He's coming down with it. It's pay afterward.
Okay. It's one of those pay afterward whorehouses. Go ahead.
So he gives the duck back.
The whole prostitution industry is based on trust. So
There's only one door to the whorehouse, and it's a small town, and it's not worth it. Like to try to, you'll be blacklisted from.
No.
Like the matrons talk to each other.
If the whores don't have trust, what do they have?
This is a region of the country and a time in our history when prostitution isn't like it's not respectful to women, but it's also not like as frowned upon as an industry, and therefore there is more oversight.
Okay,
so he brings the duck down on the second day. He went upstairs with it. He brings it down. He gives it to the woman.
This is only the second day?
No.
Yeah.
There's only 2 days.
I'm with you.
He gives
Ignore
it back,
him.
and she says, that'll be $7. And he says, that's 7 times as much as yesterday's duck. And she says, that duck didn't have AIDS. Wait.
That was Dan Harmon tells the duck joke. A worth the wait production.
You should have said, this duck doesn't
have AIDS. No, but why is it more expensive then?
Because it doesn't have AIDS.
Oh, right.
You don't want to fuck the AIDS duck.
Right.
You don't want to fuck the AIDS duck.
Wait, no. So he says this. This duck. I had her say that duck.
Okay. The joke goes like this: a guy goes to her house.
Okay, so the guy goes, that duck didn't have AIDS. It was so cheap. No, and she goes, this duck doesn't have AIDS. He's like, oh, okay, I get it.
A guy goes to a whorehouse. He says, all I have is $1. What can I get? You can't get much. And she hands him a duck. And he goes, a duck? And he goes, that's all you get for $1. He goes upstairs, he comes back down, he goes, you know what, not bad. He comes back the next day, and he says, I'll take the duck again. So he goes up, fucks the duck, comes down, and she goes, that'll be $5. And he goes, $5, it was $1 yesterday. He goes, yeah, but this duck doesn't have A's.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, you're good at something silly.
Creating mirth.
No, just so you
But
know.
it's funny. You can't tell a joke. Jay Johnston and Dino Stamatopoulos, 3 of the funniest people I know, cannot tell jokes.
Does it help that in my head the whole time all the characters were Asian in this joke? What does that say about me?
Racist.
No, they weren't like stereotypical Asian.
But you're saying that you're not good at telling the straight jokes as well?
No, I can't do. I think I'm doing a good job, but at the end nobody laughs, and then I have to like up it.
I have to say, like the most nervous I think I ever get in the year is telling a joke, and even doing that just now, which the joke I know.
That was great.
It's nerve-wracking.
It raises like my heart rate goes up. My left hand starts to.
Because if you say
tingle.
one wrong thing, you can. That's the
whole
thing that
thing.
fucks me up. Like I end up like off-roading because I'm trying not to drive wrong. I'm like I get really nervous.
But you get bogged down in miscellaneous and extraneous detail.
Well, because I'm.
My favorite part, I have to say, is when the guy comes in for the first time and he says, "I want to buy a whore for money." I think the for money detail was probably.
Fine. Well, I wasn't. Yeah.
Also, matron, I liked matron.
Matron was good. That was a great detail.
Did you mean madam?
Yeah. Yes, I meant madam.
But you're. I think that you're. Like there's like karaoke. I do karaoke because karaoke makes me nervous. I could go on stage like nude at the Hollywood Bowl, and I don't think I'd be that nervous. Karaoke gets me I can't stand.
But you're really great at karaoke.
Well, I can sing, but I'm not one of those people that can get up there and like perform with
Vamp.
with a free hand, like flying around. I hold the mic with both hands.
No, you're really good at it though.
Well, I can sing, but I don't feel comfortable up on stage doing karaoke for some reason.
Yeah, I don't do karaoke. I'm not good at it. I can't do it. But like stand-up, I do, and I tell jokes, but only if it's jokes I've written. I can't do other people's songs or
Tell
anything.
somebody else's joke. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, there's a guy, he goes to the whorehouse, and there's only one door in the whorehouse. The matron who's there, and they say matron because English is not their first language, so they're learning English as they're performing this transaction. I also love when he came back the next day and you did the whole thing. $7, that's too much. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Forget that. He just takes the duck. And then he comes down.
Right,
and then it's $7. I mean, that joke telling had so many gifts to give.
Although, even with our interruptions and interjections, you told that joke half as long as you did the last time you told it.
Yeah, there was a guy on the Harmontown tour who had a T-shirt that he had made that it's filled with text that it's me trying to tell the duck joke, and that it's pretty great.
Tell the garbanzo bean joke, Dan.
Okay. What's the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea?
He can't even wait for the punchline.
It's like Glenda the Good Witch walking in on you while you're taking a shit.
You're like the world's happiest ghost.
He's a
Had you ever heard that before, Horatio? You work with Barton, right?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I didn't. I've never heard him laugh. Oh, you called in. Okay. Well, thank you.
Oh, shit. I thought you guys were.
I was just what's the difference?
I thought they were being way gratuitously like labor law like because it was like I called on the show. I called in and you're like, oh, you called in and like, what's the difference, Horatio?
I know. I was like,
You're sorry. You're right.
I guess.
Am I not a
Bobby
contributor
Warhead guy,
here?
you know.
He called and he was a guest, and I didn't say anything about it.
I'm just some fucking animal because I'm on a phone? The opposite should be true. You can have an animal on your show. Did Johnny Carson ever have a chimp call in?
No,
I
you're
can't
right.
name the times he had one ride on a tricycle, dressed as a pirate. For some reason, I guess because...
Dan, what's the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea?
The difference between a Does it...
You can't just say that.
Okay. Just fucking stop it, because you're part of the problem.
We were in New York. I told this joke on this. Did we talk about this last time? When we were shooting this little pilot that Dan and Dina were doing, we were kind of like just joking with the audience, kind of keeping them warm between the stuff. And I went out and told this garbanzo bean joke, and I got this big laugh. And then Dino, who's just drunk, comes like stinking drunk, comes running up like in front of the cameras with a script in his hand. He's like, no, you fucked it up. You told it wrong. And he tells me the joke completely wrong in my ear. Right. And it was like the whole audience just got it and totally loved it. And then the next day we were laughing about that. We sat at a bar, and I said, Dan, try to tell the joke. And how long? 15, 20 minutes it took?
Yeah. Well, so now should we tell him what the joke is? And
tell him
then
the joke,
explain?
and then I'm going to tell him how you started your version.
Okay, so should I be the one to try to tell him the garbanzo bean joke?
Right now?
I think I can do it.
Do it.
Okay.
Two lines. Take it from the top. Martin, get ready with your
Do you
laugh.
understand that you've never done this under this kind of pressure?
Yeah.
I'm bad at telling jokes. Is the big joke?
Me too.
Aw.
Whoa! You just talk shit about Oz. You fucking awe him.
That was a very different
How
kind of
do we
awe.
know? What's the difference?
That was a... Now we're just... All right. What's the difference between a garbanzo bean and a chickpea? I don't pay $200 to have a garbanzo bean in my mouth.
Attaboy.
Time flies like a soup, a banana flies like an arrow. Okay, so...
No. Time flies like an arrow, but fruit flies like a banana.
Yeah, I'm sure all these jokes have their little codes.
It's called the order of the words to make them funny.
Okay.
So Dan, we're doing it, and we're like, Dan, try to tell the joke. And we're at this bar in the afternoon. They're getting ready to leave town. And Dan goes, okay, I'm going to get it. All right.
Well, because we're, again, to emphasize the irony is that we're mocking Dino because Dino got the joke wrong. You know, like...
Dino, he comes up to my ear and he goes, no. It has to be a girl garbanzo bean.
Yeah.
I'm like...
That's what's crazy. Like... So that's what we were laughing about.
Here's a little fun fact. He told me this joke.
So even though he heard the laugh, he heard the joke where he came out. So we're mocking Dino for making that decision. We're like, what are you doing with it? And then Jeff has to...
I love watching Dan try to tell a joke. And so he goes, okay, all right, so a guy walks into a prostitute's office.
And I really thought that's the thing.
Prostitute's office.
I forgot that there was such a thing.
And he says, I would like a sexual encounter with
a lagoon.
What kind of beans do you have? I know that there's two beans. Okay, so we're like prostitute's office. I guess the office isn't important. There's a guy. He's in a desert, and there's another. And he walks up to another guy, and the guy says, "I have two kinds of beans." I go, Dan, this is a two-line joke. You're like, fuck. And so you tried forever and ever to try to...
How can it be a two-line joke? How can it be a two-line joke? And the answer is because you're the guy. I forgot that that's possible in a joke. You could just be the guy. You could just...
So he finally gives up, and he goes, okay, how does the guy go? What's the difference? And you fucking died. Like,
I was like, oh my God.
It's a riddle.
Yeah. It's a riddle. What have I got in my pockets?
Harmon, today, I don't know if you guys are, if you know the backlog of Harmontown episodes, but Dan is notoriously bad at telling jokes.
Take a bow. Take a bow.
You may have heard him mistell the duck joke, the welder's mask joke, various jokes. Dan, I told you the joke about the guy that pukes all over his shirt today. You promised you would try to tell this joke today. You laughed very hard at the bar. You promised that you would say, I'm going to fucking do it. Now, while Dan conjures this up in his memory and tries to get
you
this right,
you want to tell the whole
we already did. We told the story
you told
of
that
the
already.
garbanzo
I never
beans.
listened to this show.
Can you give me a little hint about the guy puking?
The guy pukes on himself, and he goes, I can't go home looking like this.
Okay. I got it. Okay. I love that. It's a good joke. It's a good joke. Okay. It just made me laugh a lot. Okay.
Gramercy Theater, New York City, you have my absolute firm conviction, without fear of contradiction, that Dan Harmon is going to tell you this joke. It's going to be a goodie. It's a great joke. It's probably, I would say this joke is nearly 180 or more years old. It's a great old classic joke.
Okay, all right.
It starts we take you to a bar where a joke starts.
Don't tell them where they're going.
Okay, all right. So a guy. I'm not gonna look at you. A guy goes into a bar and he goes,
We'll be right back.
He goes, give me a drink, and the bartender goes, here's your drink, and then the guy keeps drinking, and then after a while he looks at his watch and he goes, oh God, I'm so late, like I should have gone home like to my wife because I love her, and the bartender goes, are you going to be in trouble for going home late? And the guy says, yeah, and he goes like, here's a trick I've learned. So take this $20 bill. That's weird that he would give it to him. Because it seems like the guy, after all, like he profited from the whole...
Can we help him or no?
No. Just, no, I know what the... You don't have to mime it. I'm not dumb. Like, I'm just saying, like,
information.
on the retelling, I'm saying, I think this guy that we think is so stupid in the story, I think he profited.
Well,
I'm not even sure he's married. I think he made $20.
No, not the way Jeff told it.
Okay, all right. So just let me continue, and then
tell it the funny way.
So the guy, so the bartender says, "Take this $20 bill." That's the part I'm hung up on.
Yeah,
That's weird.
that didn't happen.
Oh, take a $20 bill.
Why does he give him a $20 bill?
Sorry. The bartender says, take a $20 bill.
Your own $20.
Take your own $20 bill.
Because why?
Well, because I'm getting to that.
He's getting there.
I just got hung up. I thought the bartender was giving the money. Take a $20 bill. Fold it up. I don't know why.
That's not a.
It is part of it. No, it is.
Let him tell the joke, Dino.
He said it's part of it. Fold it neatly and put it in your pocket.
Well, Jeff likes talking.
No, it's part of it.
It is not.
It is part of it.
It's not part of it?
It is. No, it is part of it.
Fold it neatly?
Why would you?
All right. I can't wait. I can't wait to find out why it was part of it.
We still haven't found out why he gave the guy the $20. Why he
a guy goes, I'm enjoying drinking, and I'm going home late to my wife, and the bartender says, let me tell you what to do. Take a $20 bill of your own and fold it
neatly.
That part I don't get, but I swear to God, that's what he said. And put it in your pocket. And when you go home to your wife, and she goes, why were you home so late?
It's amazing. It's amazing how bad.
Leave it.
I'm telling the exact joke. Like, say to her, I was at a bar and a guy puked on me.
Oh.
And
never said that.
And the joke progresses linearly. I never said it. Like I said, like a crawl in the beginning. A guy will puke on someone. Everyone's like,
you're doing great, Dan.
Say to your wife, a guy puked on me, and he felt so bad that he gave me this neatly folded $20 bill to go to a dry cleaner to get the puke washed out of my shirt, and that's why I'm late. It's because of the amount of time it takes to get a shirt cleaned. But also, when I went to the dry cleaner, for some reason I didn't use the $20.
Yes.
Which makes no sense, but that's not my fault.
Yes, it is your fault.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a flawed joke, and
It's a flawed version of the joke.
and my passion for storytelling is revealing that.
I'm bad at telling jokes.
No, I'm not. I didn't get to the punchline. And so the thing I found delightful.
You don't say.
The thing I really liked about the joke is what happens next. is that this fella goes home, and here's the thing about the joke is that you're cutting around a thing that happened. That's as sometimes it has to happen in comedy.
All right, just tell it.
That part was intentional.
Now I'm just sad.
But well, because he goes home and he goes. So the bartender told him all that stuff. Said, take the $20 and fold it and say this story. A guy puked on me.
How should he fold it? Neatly or not neatly?
I took it. Okay. So
It's neatly?
So then in the joke you have to cut from that to the guy going home. Because you're cutting around. You're cutting around stuff that
This
happened.
joke takes 18 seconds to tell.
But you cut to the guy going home, like a hard cut. And but you're supposed to not know how much time has
I create
passed.
a community.
So he goes.
Because it takes a half hour to tell one joke.
Well, that's why that show was. That's what it was famous for. Hey, how come the Big Bang Theory just told me 20 jokes in the same amount of time? Why are we exploring this guy's autism in a closet? So the guy goes home, and he says to his wife says, "Okay, so I'm glad you're home."
Day 3 of this joke.
Very important. She's glad he's home.
And she goes, "Why are you so late?" And he goes, "Well, there was this thing that happened." And he goes like, "A guy puked on me, and there was I had to take my shirt to the dry cleaner, and for some reason I still have the neatly folded money that represents what happened." And she goes, "Why is there $40 here?" And he says, "He also shit in my pants."
Still a good joke. Still a good joke.
I will now tell that joke correctly.
Did I get the punchline wrong? They didn't laugh.
Huh?
Because you didn't set it up right.
Because
I set it up.
didn't start off. The joke starts with a guy puking on himself drunk.
What?
The guy's...
That's the only way it makes sense.
A guy is at a bar. He's been there all day, all night. He's had so much to drink, he barfs all over the front of his shirt, and he just starts crying. The bartender comes over and goes, "Jesus Christ, what the fuck is happening over here?" He goes, "Look at me. I've been drinking all day. I told my wife I'd be home hours ago. I puked all over myself. I can't go home looking like this. What do I do?" Bartender goes, "I'll tell you what you do. Do you have a $20 bill?" The guy says, "Yeah." He goes, "Put it in your shirt pocket. Go
Hold
home."
it nicely.
Yeah, go home. Fold it neatly. Put it in your shirt pocket, go home and say you ran into an old friend from school, he's going through rough times, you heard his whole story, he got really drunk, puked all over your shirt, gave you $20 for the dry cleaning." The guy goes, "That's genius." He walks home, he's stumbling up the steps, the wife opens up the door, says, she sees him covered in puke. "What the hell happened to you?" He says, "I ran into an old friend, and I heard he's going through some rough times. He puked all over my shirt, and he gave me $20 for the dry cleaning." And the wife says, there's $40 here. And he says, "Well, he also shit my pants." The joke has to start with the guy puking on himself.
Well,
You gotta say he puked.
You never said it.
You gotta say it.
You never said the guy puked on himself. Why would someone else shit his pants? If he didn't already...
write a story circle about this goddamn joke. Puke, puke, puke.
Why was the money? Why were you so focused on neat folding of the money?
I swear to God, I wish I had a recording of you.
I remember. I was there.
I told that joke exactly as I told it right now.
You were hungover though. You were very hungover.
Well,
But
I admit to one thing is that I forgot that he puked on himself.
Yes.
Okay,
It's kind of the premise.
So let me just now. Okay, so a guy goes.
The attention to so many details.
A guy
All right, Dan,
you
ladies and
avoid
gentlemen,
the biggest one.
Dan Harmon will now tell you the joke I just told you.
A guy goes into a bar.
Lay your bets right now.
And he
He
gets.
doesn't even have to go into the bar. He's already there.
He gets so drunk, he's already there, and he's like been drinking all day, and then he pukes on himself, and he goes like, "Oh God, I puked on myself. I can't go home with puke on me." And the bartender says, "Take this $20, or take 20 of your own dollars, and say to your wife, a guy puked on me, but he's sorry, and he gave me this $20." And the guy goes, "That's good." Cut to Because he said he walks home, but if the camera's objective the whole time, then you're not there when he shits his pants. That's on you.
If you can fix this joke and make him laugh harder, you're my hero.
I think he's doing it.
Oh yeah. Cut to.
So the guy goes home and the wife says, "What happened?" And he goes, "Well, the person that puked on my shirt gave me this money." And she goes, "Okay, why is there twice as much money as the amount of puke?" And he goes, "Well, also there's poop in my pants." And he also wants that to be taken care of as well, because he's an affluent.
Why is there twice as much money as the amount
Wait, that's the joke. That's the whole joke. So put $20, and then she's like, "Why is there $40?" Because I pooped my pants. Because the guy pooped in my pants. Why is it like it's not even? That's the joke. Thanks, kids.
He did it.
I don't understand. I actually don't understand why. I understand that it's not funny when I say it, but I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. The guy pooped in his pants, and then he's saying to his wife, "I have twice as much money because I pooped my pants."
Here's my feeling. Here's why I think that you're not great at telling jokes. And also why, I don't know if you can connect why you're a good writer and you're good at writing.
Thank you.
That you can write good stories. Oh, more booze? God damn it.
You do want to come up here? You want to come up here and tell the joke?
Sorry, Dan. I was interrupted by people giving me alcohol. Good, fucking cheers, Chindani. Here's why.
That was good.
I think that you're bad at telling jokes, Dan, and this is. You get caught up not just in joke telling, but I think like in your interpersonal relationships and stuff. You get hung up on details.
Oh yeah. I have a good story about that.
That are not. That get in the way of the simplicity of a thing. A proper joke should be, guy says this, other guy says that, punchline.
Right, but okay. Here's the thing about jokes that I always laugh at them when people tell them. But the thing is, when you look back on the joke, everything has been about dishonesty because everybody. Because it's all about this
pattern. But you
laughed
at my joke. When I told you this joke today at the bar,
like a guy goes
you
like,
laughed so hard you almost hit
I'll
your
give
head
you a
on the
nickel
bar.
if you give me $1. And then the guy gives him $1, and then the guy starts sucking his dick and goes, "What are you doing? I told you I'd give you a nickel if you give me $1. It's like, $1 for a fuck, or it's like there's some turn of phrase that you're like, oh, if
that's a good joke.
If everybody doesn't say exactly the right thing, then the joke's not funny, and that's bad craftsmanship. Because that's called Three's Company. When Mr. Roper's like fixing the toilet and he thinks he hears Chrissy, she's talking about a wart that she has.
This is from 1979.
There was a show called Three's Company, and Mr. Roper's plunging the toilet and he can hear Chrissy and Jack Tripper.
He never plunged the toilet.
He's dead now. John Ritter, National Treasure, and he's dead now. So yeah, yeah, you feel as bad as you should. And he hears her going like, "What? It's so big," and he thinks she's talking about like a baby in her stomach. And he goes, "It's so big." And
like his dick, at least.
No, there was every episode of Three's Company was like that. It was like somebody hearing something and going, "It's so big, it won't fit," and they're like pushing a box into a thing. It's so big, I keep pushing it harder. And then like someone's in the outside of the room going, and they're like, "Oh, it's so big, I can't. Well, put some lube on it." And that would be the whole episode, and that's bad writing.
Why is that
that's
different?
bad writing. Because if you're Spanish and you're watching that, you're like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, but Dan,
why doesn't that guy just go into the room? Just go in the room and confront them about their sexuality.
Yeah, but you can't.
If you're so concerned with it, stop looking at the camera.
I don't understand, Dan.
Go down there and do something about what you're excited about. Go talk to them.
Yes. Welcome to
Mr. Roper thought they were having an abortion. It's like in the episode where he's fixing the sink. And that's literally what that's the truth. Is the joke of the episode is that Mr. Roper thought that Chrissy was going to have an abortion because she's going, oh, it's so big, it's in my stomach, and I can't, or whatever. And then she was talking about a wart, and Jack Tripper's going, well, I heard a doctor said if you rub a lemon on it, and Mr. Roper's like, but he thinks there's human life at stake, and he doesn't intervene. And that's bad writing.
Because there's California law that says he's not allowed to enter their apartment.
Well, he shouldn't be listening to them through their sink.
How does that apply to this joke?
Because if your comedy is based on on misunderstanding words, like it's not
but you
good
get caught
comedy.
Up, the reason why
it's like, oh, I thought you said fudge, you said pudge. That's not funny.
Yeah, but that's not this joke either.
Dan, today, it is, because the guy's like, I slipped in a pussy. No, I thought you said pussy to the slip.
You love this joke.
I liked it. I liked it, but now I'm mad at it because
you laughed at the proper telling of a simple 3-act play of a joke.
Well, I'm just saying.
You try to tell it, but
you're mad because you're finally not good at something.
Yeah, well, so what? I'm not good at a dumb thing. It's dumb.
But you want to be able to tell a joke.
No, I like it. A guy goes. A lobster goes into a bar.
Well, now this is.
A lobster goes, shut up, I'm going to tell it. A lobster goes into a bar, and he goes, like, can I... And before he even finishes talking, the bartender goes, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. And the lobster goes, no. He's bummed out, and he leaves. And then there's another guy at the bar who was there before the lobster came in, and he saw the whole thing, and he goes, like, what the fuck was that about? And the bartender goes, he goes, what was that? What's the history between you and the... And the bartender goes, that guy, he always comes in here and it's always like this. And for you listening, he's making a claw thing.
That was close.
He's making a claw.
That was close. That was an improvement on your version today.
I'm so irritable right now. I feel.
You know when?
Dan, it's okay to be bad at something. You have to be good at everything.
No, it's fine.
Your attention to detail really accentuated itself when we went.
What's standing between this and a good show? Like people going like, that was a great show. Well, what's that? Tell us a joke. That makes sense. So that's not an invalid request.
Tell them Walter's mask joke. Walter's mask joke.
The welder's mask. No.
Or do you have a new one?
All right. Well, the kid is walking and he finds a welder's mask and there's a guy pulls up and says like, "Hey, kid," and the kid gets in the truck and he's like, "Do you know what a fellatio is?" And the kid says no, and then the guy says, Do you know what sodomy is? And the kid says no, and he says, do you know what a pedophile is? And he says, listen, mister, I got to tell you, I'm not a real welder. Right?
That's the worst retelling of the aristocrats joke I've ever heard.
And then the duck with the guy comes into the brothel and he gets a duck because they're out of human hookers, and so they give him a duck, and he has a great time with the duck. So he comes back the next day and he says, "Can I have the duck?" And they give him a duck, and he says, "That's great." And they said, "That'll be twice as much money as last time. I forgot to mention the price." And he says, "Why?" And they said, "Because you have AIDS now, because the duck gave you AIDS." Because that's a different duck, and they're all identical. You can't tell which one. This guy's like, "Well, why does it have to be a different duck? Why couldn't it have gotten AIDS?" And then they said, "How fast do you think an AIDS duck test is?" Like you have to send it off, and there's a centrifuge, and it's like it's not like. That's something that we consider worth it in our brothel budget. So it's like, I'm telling you, it was 2 different ducks. Why would I lie? And the guy's like, great. So now I have AIDS that got transmitted from a duck? Really? And they're like, yeah, what? We're prostitutes, not scientists, but pretty sure if a duck has AIDS and you fuck it, you get AIDS.
That's been our show, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Let's hear it for JP.
It was too late to make me change.
You're yelling at the audience. You're yelling at them.
9/11. Anyways, it's 9/11, probably.
Is it 9/11?
It looks like 9/10.
Too soon.
Moment of silence for the Bowling Green massacre victims.
Oh my God. I've heard that Frederick
Are you booing
Douglass
my mainstream political jokes, or?
I could have stopped it.
Do you have any actual political jokes? Let's do a Dan Harmon joke corner where you tell a joke. Doesn't have to be political, but any just proper joke, like a bard.
Oh, well, I thought it was a political joke.
Oh, if you've got one, yeah, lay it on us.
All right, so Kellyanne Conway walks into a chamber.
Yeah, that's how all good jokes start.
And
chamber.
And there's a vortex in it. And
a door to the south.
and there's other people in there, and she wants to save them because they're Nazis or something, and so she says, "I'll tell you what, you guys run, and I'll put the vortex where my soul should be." And they say, "But how will you keep your physical form from desiccating in this like really on the nose evil way? Like you like how will you keep yourself from looking like an over the top sorceress? Like as if there's like weird like permanent mascara tears going down the lines where your veins supply blood to your eyeballs from a heart that may just be a black rock that glows and pulses rather than beating." And she's like, "I don't know, I'll just deal with it." And they run, all the Nazis run, and they're like, "Yay, we're free, we made it out of that chamber where there was a vortex." And then she's like, "I made it too." And they're like, "But you..."
By the way, if you guys have heard this, you can stop him at any time.
No, but I don't have any political jokes.
I didn't mean to stop you. Say something else. Dan, tell us a hilarious joke. Maybe something racially charged. I don't know. Like whatever. What do you got?
Okay, a black guy and a white guy go into a bar together, and the bartender is behind a curtain, so you can't tell what race he is.
Sounds like a good bar.
And so you just hear a voice. He just says, "What would each of you like to drink?" And the white guy says, "Why are you doing that voice?" And the bartender says, "I'm trying to disguise my voice. I don't want you to know what race I am." And the black guy's like, "He sounds to me Transylvanian." And the white guy says, "That's not a race." "Now you're onto something. What is a race?" And the white guy says, "I know what a race is, and you give me a free drink if I can prove it." And the bartender says, "Okay." And the black guy says, I know what race is, and I'll give you I'll have 2 drinks. I get 2 drinks if I can prove it. And they go, "All right." And the white guy takes his drink, and he drinks it. And he says, "Race is an amalgamation of geotypical, phenotypical, genetic traits, coalescent into things." And he goes on and on. And the black guy says, "Give me my 2 drinks." And he takes it, and he says, "Race is an artificial construct." And then he takes the bar, and he rips it like the Hulk out of the floor. And he throws it through the wall. And he tears down the curtain, and the bartender's a dog.
Thank you for coming to Harmontown. Let's hear it for Brandon Johnson, everybody. Rob Schraub.
We're going to be in Chicago next week, so fly out to Chicago.
Let's hear it for Emily. Again, we really just want to... it's a joke contest in a shopping mall, and we just want to... And then it was everything. It didn't matter what color the person was, what gender. It was like they all shared one thing, which was a total love of some disgusting, horrible, immediately offensive joke that they had. No, I was like, a 10-year-old girl came up and she was like so excited, and she goes like, it was the Fakawi joke. It was the Fakawi tribe joke. She was so excited to tell it. I don't know how to tell it. I don't know how to tell jokes. We know that, but
Try, Dan.
It was like, have you heard of the Fakawi tribe, the Native American tribe? They were famous for their sense of direction, and they mapped the entire pre-colonial American prairie because they had this amazing technique, because they didn't use the sun, and they didn't use mountains, they didn't use the ocean. They would just, whenever they would end up somewhere they weren't familiar with, they'd stop and say, "Where the fuck are we?"
You did it.
And a 10-year-old girl told that in a shopping mall. It was like the punchline. What?
That whole joke?
No, I mean, that's me trying to. That's my frog DNA. I don't know how to tell jokes. Like what? I don't know. It's that long, kind of. I don't know.
I love it. Give us another joke. You got any joke you like?
Yeah, give us another joke, Dan. Give us another joke, Dan. Dan, how about a joke? Here, let me give you a subject. Shoes. Go. Give us a shoe joke. Give us one of your famous Dan Harmon shoe jokes. Dan, come on. Top 5 Dan Harmon best shoe jokes, starting with the 5th joke. Here we go. Dan, shoe jokes. Harmon will do his top 5 shoe jokes, starting with the 5th joke.
Number 5. Starting with number 5.
Coming at number 5.
At number 5.
Shoe joke. Let's top it. It's the bottom of the charts. Starting at the bottom, going all the way to number 1. Dan Harmon shoe jokes. Here we go. You just tuned in to Dan Harmon shoe jokes. If you just tuned in, we're starting at 5 and we're going to 1. Here we go. Take it away, Dan. Brought to you by Nestle Quick. If you're listening to shoe jokes and you got a sweet tooth, mix yourself up a cup of Nestle Quick. And as the rabbit says, it's quick-delicious. Now back to Dan Harmon's top 5 shoe jokes.
Right after this message.
Mom, how come the sun doesn't come up anymore?
There's got to be a better way. Hey, you kids, make the sun come up with Sun Catapult!
Oh, wow!
Puts the sun in a lacrosse-style catapult harness, then pull it back and watch the flavor fly! Thank you, Sun Catapult.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Wait, we'll be back to that commercial?
Hey, I don't come to where you work and tell you how to flip burgers. Go fuck yourself. After these messages, we're going to have some more messages. Wait, we can't do that? Okay, fine, fuck it. Back to the shoe jokes, Dan Harmon. Shoe jokes. What number are we at? We haven't even done the 5th one yet. All right, here we go.
We're going live. We're going.
What's he doing?
We're going live, people. We're going live.
All right. Jesus Christ, man. How
Number
many
5.
jokes are there?
Guy walks into a shoe store with a bottle of champagne and his cock hanging out of his pants. The shoe woman says, "Can I help you, sir?" And he says, "What do you have in an 11.5?" She takes him in back. There's a sheep there wearing a beautiful pair of ruby slippers on its front hooves and these amazing Air Jordan cross trainers on its rear hooves. But it's got this gaping mouth for a butthole, a human mouth with teeth and lipstick and a tongue. She says, "Have at it," and goes back to the front of the store. He's left holding the champagne and his cock. She's sweeping up. Later, he comes out with an empty bottle and no cock. she says, did you enjoy the 11 and a half? And he says, at these prices, I'm going to need more champagne.
We'll be back with joke number 4.
Only 4 more left in our Dan Harmon countdown.
Check out the Incredible Hulk as he versus Thor this Friday at the Starlight Mall.
We're back with number 4 on the Dan Harmon shoe joke countdown.
What do you call a shoe with no sole? The top of a sock.
All right,
that was a little more cerebral than number 5.
We're going to keep it moving. All right.
He's making us think.
Yep.
I can't wait to find out what's in store.
Halfway
with
through.
Dan Harmon's shoe joke.
Halfway through.
Number 3.
Sponsored by Del Monte Fruitcakes. Del Monte Fruitcakes, when you're a little fruity. Have a bite of Del Monte Fruitcakes. Now with Apple computers.
And we're back to the Dan Harmon countdown of shoe jokes. Number 3.
Why did the... Why did the Asian shoe in a racist society go to the horse's stable when he felt untied?
Find out the answer right after
this break.
This break.
I want a car that drives fast.
I want a car that drives slow. I want to drive a car that goes in between. What kind of car are you wanting? Come on down to Bill's Cars. We got all kinds of cars. We got cars from Alaska. We got cars from China. We got cars from South America. We got cars from South Dakota. We got cars from Ontario. We got cars from bars. We got cars full of stars. All kinds of cars. Back to the show.
I wanted to find the laces. I was looking for the laces. This is a racist society. Takes place in a universe created by the guys from Game of Thrones where it's okay to be racist. All right.
Dan, this is Susan from the network.
Yes.
You're doing a great job.
We just think you're doing great. What you doing?
How do you think you're doing? Is it going? You feeling good up there?
I wish that I had more time to come up with the jokes.
Yeah, I know.
People like to see the process.
They like to see the process.
We have a couple. We all think you're doing perfect.
Do you think the viewers are comfortable with the fact that the process often leads to not a good joke? That it's not that the process is more.
I hate to say it. Sorry, Jeff. I hate to say it.
Susan.
But that's on you. That's really on you. You know, we gave you this opportunity because you said you could come through. So, ...
All right. 3 more to go, right?
Two more. Only two more.
Only 2 more. Can you...
Do you need more time?
Yeah.
Because this is live.
Yeah.
We're coming back from Bill's...
Do I need more time? This is live?
We're coming back from Bill's car spot in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
I was saying,
hit me. Fucking hit me.
I was being sarcastic. All right,
okay.
Fine, we're going live in 5.
I got it.
4.
Right after the soccer game, here comes Dan Harmon.
Why do shoes come in pairs? They like to converse.
Oh my God.
Oh.
The ratings are going through the roof.
Jerry.
Oh.
Gary, come into the booth with me.
Oh my God,
Gary, we got a solid gold fucking hit on our hands here.
we just pulled $1 million share. All he has to do is one more joke.
We've never had a. We're
gonna be so fucking rich.
Oh my God.
We're gonna be so fucking rich.
Oh,
after this.
suck it. Suck it.
Okay.
Suck on it.
Your dick? Your dick?
I'm Susan.
I'm Gary.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you calling me Susan?
I'm Susan.
Yeah, you are.
Now suck my dick.
Oh.
Okay, okay, relax.
Hello.
Hi.
Is this Dan Harmon?
Hello. Sorry, hello. What?
Hey,
Why is he taking a phone?
tell him to put the fucking phone down. We're live. He's got one more joke to tell. But there's no way he's going to top the converse. We build the number one joke as the number one joke for a reason. It has to top the Converse joke.
This has gotta
the
be...
Converse joke is a fucking 24-karat goddamn piece of genius.
We're going to be so fucking... all he has to do is tell one more joke.
Because
all he has to do is tell one more joke.
Because they like to converse.
It's got to be the best joke of the night.
Damn, I'm going to fucking...
We got a big titted in here. One more joke. Oh my God! Emmy season, sweep, moonshot. We're gonna be so fucking rich. All he has to do is tell one more shoe joke.
Only one more joke.
Oh my God!
One more joke.
Oh my God.
Hey Dan,
oh
Dan,
my God.
it's Susan and Gary from the booth. Can you hear us?
Oh God! Holy shit!
Yes. We're coming back from Tony Taco Time in 5 seconds.
Oh my God!
Just be yourself out there, sweetheart. We love you. We got a
Holy
big.
shit.
Holy
shit! Wesley Snipes just tweeted. He's watching the show right now.
You got the.
Wesley Snipes is watching the show right now.
You got the snipes, then you got the fucking ratings.
You got the snipes
Be
and
yourself.
the ratings.
Oh shit, we're live. Dan, be yourself
Kick
out
this
there.
home. Kick it home. Kick it home, shoe boy. Come on, shoe boy. Shoe boy. Come on, kick it. Kick this joke. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3.
What do shoes and tarps have in common? Under specific circumstances, they are covering corns.
That's been it for Dan Harmon Tells Shoes. A Mark Goodson, Bill Hodgman production. Dan Harmon's Wardrobe by Coco Chanel.
Gary?
Guests of Dan Harmon's Shoes stay at the Hyatt Burbank.
Gary.
Oh my God! Oh, I'm afraid to check the numbers, but that was good, right? That was a pretty good last joke, right?
Gary, can I talk to you in the other
No,
room?
I got some bad news for everybody here.
What?
I need to talk to you guys.
Yes.
Before the
both of us?
reviews come in.
Okay.
A tarp can cover anything. I cheated. It's not a good joke. It sounded like one. A tarp can cover anything. I started with corn. I worked backwards. I panicked.
You guys, the bad news is... Well, look, I'll start with the good news. The good news is we tried our hardest, and we believed in the product. We believed in the project. It's our baby. And Dan, you did your best out there. The bad news, the network loves it so much, we're going live for 5 more shoe jokes.
Oh my God!
Welcome back. You, the people, have spoken.
Shoe joke and shoe joke and shoe jokes and shoe joke.
Lace up, America. It's your favorite shoe joke teller.
Shoe joke. All right.
Dan.
Yeah.
The Soul Man.
Yeah.
Harmon.
Tonight on Dan Harmon Shoe Jokes, we got Flip Wilson. Imagine Dragons. and some of the top delicious shoe jokes in America. Now, here's the man of the hour with the shoe of the joke, John Herman.
What? Why are baby shoes like the president?
I don't know.
Bronzing. No, it's. Oh no. Oh, they don't like the political stuff. Keep going. Hey. But not that I'm not saying I'm not anti-Trump. I'm not anti.
Gary, cut the commercial. Cut the commercial.
Have you ever noticed
cut the commercial?
High heel shoes seem designed to limit women's mobility.
Cut the commercial. Gary, goddammit! Push the commercial button. Dan, can you hear me in your earpiece? God, we forgot how to go to commercial. We're still live. Tell a shoe joke, you piece of shit.
What do Malcolm McDowell's
All right, here we go. Cut to Pizza Hut. The Pizza Hut that delivered.
I got a good one.
I love my Pizza Hut. My Pizza Hut. My Pizza Hut delivers. My Pizza Hut. Sherman Way.
Gary, I love you so much. That was the bravest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I love you, Gary.
I love you, too.
What's my name?
Pizza Hut?
No. Susan.
Susan? Oh, yeah. I forgot about you, Susan.
We're back live. We're back live, Gary.
I'm so fucking high right now.
All right. Take us back to that joke, Dan.
Oh, my God.
What do Malcolm McDowell's boots say? Welly, 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 well. That was a line from Clockwork Orange. And that's also a brand of boot. Oh boy. What does Charlie Brown's boot say after Ugg?
We got him back. We got him back. We got him back. All we need is one more, Dan. One more. Do you want to go to commercial? You got this.
Why?
We could go to commercial. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be a hero, Dan.
Why are your shoes like society? They protect you. They protect you while imprisoning you.
God damn it, Gary. Gary, he told us he wasn't going to do the political stuff. He told us he wasn't going to
And they shouldn't have gone into Vietnam!
Oh, no. Cut it back.
They don't want me to say it! This war is a lie!
Please stand by. We're experiencing technical difficulties.
That's me doing cocaine.
Please stand by. We now return to Real People Already in Progress.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out how to make these cheese models work.
Well, what kind of glue are you using?
Just wood glue.
Oh, okay. Well, here, let me help you out there, Elra.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you an emergency service. The dead are rising from the grave and walking the earth. If you see a loved one, a friend, someone you recognize, and they are behaving erratically, homicidally, do not trust them. Lock yourselves indoors. Burn the corpses. Do not trust the dead. Report to the following safe haven.
That was a close
Alistair,
one.
Virginia.
That was a close one.
Thank God.
Thank God for zombies.
Jeez. Man.
I mean, tomorrow morning, no one's going to be talking about that shoe ranch.
I know.
They're all going to be talking about their loved ones trying to eat them.
Oh, gosh.
Boy, did we dodge a bullet on that one.
Man, I invested like everything I own into that last hour
Wait
of
a
television.
second. Wait a second. I just got a telegram. Is Dan still in the building?
Is Dan still in the building?
Yeah.
Let me check. Yeah, he's still here.
Dan, get your ass in here.
Dan, could you please get your ass in here?
I don't know what you think you were doing with that shoe rant about Vietnam.
What was that shoe rant about Vietnam?
Our sponsors, one of our sponsors is the Viet Cong.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Susan, follow the money.
Look, I got good news and I got bad news. The good news...
Hey, you want to hear some news? There's two types. Go for it.
The good news is...
The good news is, Dan...
The good news. I'm going to give you the good news first.
You get it first, and then bad.
The good news is that I haven't already come over there and killed you myself for ruining our show.
Right.
That's the good news.
That's the good news. That's the good news.
Well, it sounds bad.
Well, tell him the bad news. Because the bad news...
I saved the bad news for last because I want your humiliation to be complete.
Yeah.
Well, I thought I'd get good news and bad news.
Yeah.
Well, you got the good news.
You got the good
I got two kinds of bad news.
No.
Just admit it.
Here.
You're using an ironic framing device.
No, we're not.
You got two pieces of news. They're both bad. You put them in order of ascending badness.
Yes.
You don't fuck with people like that.
Oh, I don't fuck you like you fucked with our hit TV show.
You fucked the TV show.
We had a big titted hit.
You had the biggest hit.
Fuck that TV show to the top.
No.
Look at these numbers.
Do you want the bad news or not?
Yeah.
Give it to me.
The bad news is...
I hope I choke on it.
I hope you do, too.
Yeah.
The bad news, my friend.
You suck all the dicks. Piece of shit. Here comes the bad news.
Yeah.
Here it comes. This news is going to make those last newses seem good.
I would go. If I were you, I would buckle your bad news belt.
Yeah.
Because...
And tie your shitty joke shoes.
What does the bad news belt do?
What?
What does the bad news belt do?
It protects you from bad news.
Yeah.
But this bad news is so bad that the belt is almost worthless. So you know what? Don't even put it on.
Are you trying to give me bad news? Why give me the belt?
I'm giving you... I'm saying... Put good news belts on. Nothing's going to save you from how bad the news is that I'm about
so
to...
you don't want the news to be good.
I know. That's why
Why just call it news then?
Why do you have to
You don't
be
even
so...
like it when it's good.
Why are you being so antagonistic?
Here's a pitch. How about this? I'm going to give you another piece of news.
Yeah.
After I give you this piece of news,
Yeah.
you can look back later on when you go to bed.
Yeah.
And you can say which was the good news and which was the bad news.
Yeah.
Which
That's
was
a good
the
way
better
of explaining
news.
it. That's
Yes.
a great way of
Are
explaining it.
you ready for the
Yeah.
news?
Yeah.
The
He did a
other
pretty
news?
good job of setting it up. So just respect him enough to listen to the other half of the news, the two news items that we are troubling you and wasting so much of your precious time with. Go ahead.
All right.
We're halfway through.
Here's the news.
Oh, he's fucking...
The head of the network, the guy that pays all of our bills, a man that could crush any one of us, saw your crazy shoe Vietnam rant.
Your shitty attitude.
Loved it so much, he wants 5 more live right now.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs.
I
America.
was kidding, you fucking stupid asshole.
There's nobody watching.
You ruined our show.
So shitty, you made the dead come back to the life, and everybody's dead, and we're sitting here all alone. Nobody's listening.
The only reason we haven't left the studio is because our loved ones are out to kill us right now. Because of that last you made America lose faith in its armed forces.
Yes.
And it's the very fabric of our society.
The fabric of society.
You faked a television broadcast during a zombie apocalypse just to shame me. We should be storing water.
Dan, what if I told you that this whole thing has been the new episode of your new show where you do rant about politics and you get to speak your mind?
I'd be ecstatic.
Well, then why don't you say hi to the audience? Because you see these cameras? Gentlemen, pull the tape off from the red lights. You see, this has been rolling live the entire time. Dan, the people love you. You spoke your mind. You gave them the truth. We want more. We want more. We want more shoe-based truth. It's a weird network note. They want all of your truth to be shoe kind of put into a shoe metaphor.
Yeah, can you just put it in a shoe metaphor? Just your truth. Just take.
Why did you guys fool me into thinking that you hated me and that I was?
Because we wanted to see the real you. We wanted to see if you could stand up for yourself or shrink.
And you know what, sweetheart? You nailed it.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm not afraid anymore.
Daniel, got a little bit of shit on your face.
Can we get last looks? Can we get last looks?
A little bit of shit on your face.
Can we get? Yeah, Jeremy, can you come out here and give him a little powder? He's a little shiny right now.
It's like
he's a little shiny.
Little pretzel there.
A little bit shiny.
In
okay, I think we're okay. Here we go. Dan, just be yourself.
Yeah, you got it. One more.
Just
what?
Okay.
What do New Balance shoes have in common with the City Commissioner's Office of St. Louis? Focus on arch support. We'll be right back.
I can't believe you thought we were really doing a show. I can't. Dan, there's no cameras out there.
Yeah.
We're fucking. You believe that?
Yeah.
We wanted you to do a shoe-based hate show.
Yeah. You gotta be a special kind of dumb.
You ruined our network.
Yeah. You trashed the world with your bile coming out of your face.
I'm gonna go outside and have a smoke.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Me too. I'm gonna go out and watch him smoke.
This fucking guy.
I know.
Oh.
Smoke it quick.
Okay.
Smoke it quick.
Wait, do you hear something?
They're getting closer.
Do you hear something?
Keep smoking.
I'm smoking as fast as I can.
Yeah, but
you're gonna tell me how to smoke now? Zombie!
Sorry, Jeff.
Susan!
Fucking
piece of shit.
All right, it's past 9:11. We should move on to the next segment of our show.
I told Dan the joke that I wrote the other day. I think it was yesterday. I'm pretty proud of this joke. What aquatic animal hates cable news television the most?
Bears.
A sea anemone.
Oh.
Pretty proud of that. and you're right to clap because that is a perfect joke.
That's good.
It's a perfectly written, perfectly crafted, perfectly told joke.
Ian, I guessed it.
Belmont, we already told the only Belmont joke we have.
Yeah, we could riff one.
Fox News, CNN, and Belmont.
All right, there you go. Fox News, CNN, and Belmont
go into the White House press room.
Okay.
The president comes out and says, the press secretary comes out and has terrible posture and says, we are now going to answer your questions. Fox News says, why is the president so great? The press secretary says, because he was born that way. CNN says, what's going on with Oprah in 2020? And the horribly postured, weird chiropractic anomaly press secretary says, in her hillbilly voice, we're not interested in that because by the time that comes around, we will have taken over in a fascist way. So, next question. Belmont says,
Says, shit. That's who farted? No. That's,
if voting is powerful, why is it legal?
They're illegalizing it every day, and it was one of the big things that contributed to the election.
That's our Belmont.
That's our Belmont.
Belmont.
Also, I tweeted it, but I had a dream. Maybe some of you, if you ever look at my tweets, and I hope you don't. I had a dream. I woke up in the middle of the night next to my girlfriend, dreamt this joke, rolled over, and wrote it down, which I never do. Like I'm too lazy to even reach over and have a sip of water. How does an old-timey 1930s, like Edward G. Robinson-esque gangster threaten a jellyfish? You see through. I dreamt it. So my subconscious is a terrible, terrible joke writer.